All right, so I got another one caught my attention, and this is one that both my girlfriend and I can have. It's a stout by 903, strawberry cake stout. So they do have a pastry one. I think it already got pushed through. I have not seen that one, or I missed it. But this one's a dedication to the women that are a big influence on craft beers and enjoy them. Also, some that probably make them. And this is just a tribute to that. So they just put a little strawberry, had to change up the recipe a little bit, and that's what it's for. So this one is, it's like 7.3, I read. 7.5. So it does have a nice kick, so be careful. They do recommend this style of glass for it. That is not wrong. So they are in Sherman, Texas. They got plenty of good beers. I think they're known for like their Bigfoot one. They have one of those too. So that's just a regular one, and they've been playing with it ever since. So let's see what's going on with this.
Oh, that smells so good.
All right. So it does have a little cloudiness to it, which is interesting. So I don't know if you can see it, but from here, it looks a little cloudy. All right. So it definitely has a chocolatey, deep stout and strawberries. Like sitting in the sun, dried out strawberries, but pleasant. Very pleasant. Ooh. I'm getting like a nice combo. So I'm getting the chocolate focus and the stout and the maltiness from it, and then like the strawberries like within it, and it just goes with it together. It's really nice.
Hits you right in your nose with the strawberry.
Ooh. Does have a pronounced, like a very distinct toasty bitterness from the stout style, but it keeps causing it to go back and forth between the chocolatey goodness and the strawberries. But the strawberries kind of kill off first, but every time you sip it, you're gonna get them back. So it's definitely nice. Is it just strawberries?
Strawberry and vanilla beans.
Oh, and vanilla beans. Okay, that's what I'm getting that extra. I was wondering what that was. I almost confused it for like caramel, but it wasn't caramel, something different. So vanilla, strawberry, stout will produce the chocolatey goodness for it. It's basically like a pastry beer. So there's a lot of those flying around. Martin House has a bunch of them. A lot of them use lactose, which is just the proteins within the milk that are sugars, and they do not break down in the beer. So it kind of still holds a sweetness, and you get to touch on your tongue, and it keeps it sweet, gives it that milk creamy concept, the richness, and it's really good. This one doesn't have that, so this is a very stout, forward, beautiful strawberry concept of a stout cake, basically, but savory and not overwhelmingly sweet. So my girlfriend's not big on sweets. I am, so I'm enjoying it, and I'm not getting overwhelmed, and she's enjoying it and not getting over sugared. So for ones that don't want one that are too sugary, this is it. Definitely you get a nice balance of all the flavors. The bitterness is always in beer to help balance the sweetness, so it doesn't taste super sweet, because you need those sugars for the yeast to feed off of it, and some of it will stick around and hold some flavors in there. So some beers will come off a little sweet and sugary to you. This one is gonna have a little bit of that because it's a dessert concept, but it's just right, so it's not super intense. There was a Martin House one I loved. It was good. It was just too much for me. I think it was like a concept on a pecan pie or something crazy, and it had blonde stout, blonde malt, using it like a stout, and it was just almost like barley wine. It was just too much for me. So I'm not like crapping on it. If you like it, you can handle it, enjoy it, good, that's great. It's just to let you know as a person that if you're not big on that, if you don't like that, if you're not in that area, then you know to kind of skip it. So this one's actually almost like the bitterness of coffee, but in chocolate form. So it's really keeping it from taking over my palate. And then when you're like, oh, well, I want a little more strawberry, it's back and it's delicious. Solid job. Thank you, 903. I do need to grab some more by them. I didn't realize they were so close. They're not too far away. So good deal. All right. Pastry Archy, that's what it's called. So for all the women in the world doing great things and helping make beer great as well, thank you and thank you. Those are two separate things, but thank you, and hopefully this helps you decide if you want to get this or not. If you never had anything by 903, please try their regular beers first, because these will set a different milestone for them, and it's not fun to go backwards. You start in their everyday styles that every brewery has or should have, and then work your way up to these ones, or grab a couple bowls so you can just jump a little bit. These are very nice. They're seasonal, special releases and things like that, but they are very rich, so you will get bored very easily on your palate if you go backwards. So there you go. Hopefully you learned something, helped you out. If you like it, good, 2 thumbs up. Do add yourself, do follow me. Hopefully I'm doing better on elaborating and enunciation and putting a really good picture so you know whether you want that beer or not. And if you're not sure on beer, because there's always like, oh, there's so many styles, you know, and so I'm trying to help what I've learned and pass it on so that you can enjoy it and not have to do with snobs, because snobs don't help you. And if you become a snob, that's up to you. That means you really want to get picky and enjoy it, cool. But as long as you understand what you're going for when you're buying a beer, that's my goal. So enjoy, be safe, and have a good night.